Congratulations, all the best.
I'm sure you're having a great day. I really wish I could be there, but I'm sorry I could not. Sujeeth, I think in the last 1 or 2 decades, I think we've always been in 2 different continents, but can simply say without hesitation, you're my closest cousin. I think the only 2 Sujeeths I'm familiar with is the one innocent and a 12-year-old Sujeeth I played cricket with, and the Sujeeth of today with whom I have discussions on religion, spirituality, world politics, and so on. I think the only thing that has not changed is that humility that you show in your conversation. I think that is just a mark of a great character. You just cannot have that humility and maturity in thinking from the same person. So you're a great guy, Sujeeth. Keep it up. నా తమ్ముడు చెప్పిన చాలానే ఖుషి వస్తుంది. But had it not been for Upasana, all you'd have got from this lazy brother of yours was perhaps a text message or a phone call on your wedding day. But Upasana made sure that I did this video, and that is because it would make you happy. And that shows what a wonderful person you are, Upasana. I think you two are simply the best for each other. Keep it up, guys. I wish you all a great wedding day and all the happiness. Have fun. Bye.
ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದ ಅವನು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಗೆ ಸೇರಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಓದೋದ್ರಲ್ಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದ. 100 ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ 100 ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ತೆಗಿತಾ ಇದ್ದ. 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಬಂದ್ರೂ ಅವನಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಅಪ್ಸೆಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಆದ್ರೂ ಅದನ್ನು ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಂದು ಎಜುಕೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಬಂದ. PhD ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡ್ದ. ಅದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಇವಾಗ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಜಾಬಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಪೊಸಿಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಅವನಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಮಣಿ ಅತ್ತ ಸೋಮಮ್ಮ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವ್ನಿಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಇಷ್ಟ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅವನು.
ಗಣೇಶ ಅಂದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಇಷ್ಟ ಅವನಿಗೆ. ಗಣೇಶ ಫೇವ್ರೇಟ್ ಗಾಡ್ ಅವನಿಗೆ. ಅವನು ತಂದೆ ಥರನೇ ಭಾಳ ಬುದ್ಧಿವಂತ. ಆವಾಗಲೇ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಗುವಿಂದಲೇ ಒಂಥರ ಓದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಮುಂದೆ ಅವನು. ಇವಾಗಲೂ ಅದೇ ಥರ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅವನಿಗೆ ಅದು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ. ಅವ್ನು ರಿಯಲಿ ಡಿಸರ್ವ್ಸ್ ಎ ಗುಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್. ಉಪಾಸನ ಅಂತ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿದೆ. ನಾವು ಮೊದಲೇ ಬರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ಕೊಡ್ತೇ ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ನಮಗೆ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಸೋ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಫಾರ್ ಬೋತ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್. ನಮಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ.
ಉಪಾಸನ ಅಂದರೆ ಹಾಫ್ ಆನ್ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ನಮ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತು. ಅವಳು ತುಂಬ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕ್ಲೋಸಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರು. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಉಪಾಸನ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ತುಂಬ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಇಬ್ಬರೂ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇರ್ತೀರ ಮದುವೆ ಆದಮೇಲೆ. ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗಲಿ ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ. ಹ್ಯಾಪಿಯಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ.
ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್
ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ. ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್.
ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಮ್ಯಾರಿಡ್ ಲೈಫ್. ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಬೋತ್.
Congratulations, Sujeeth and Upasana. You are made for each other couple.
We wish you a very happy and long married life. God bless you.
our family is not here. They're back in India, so I couldn't think of a better surprise for the whole family.
Where's the mic?
Not working. I don't know how to. Apart from the videos from the family, I have a very small surprise for Sujeeth. It's another video, but here we go.
எனக்கு நிச்சயம் அருள வேண்டும் நூறு கண்ட ஸ்ரீ மகா பெரியவர் சரணம் 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 மன்னித்து ரட்சித்து காய்த்து எனக்கு நிச்சயம் நீ அருள வேண்டும் நூறு கண்ட ஸ்ரீ மகா பெரியவர் சரணம் சரணம் சரணம்
yang makan cepat. இப்போ இந்த உபாசனா இது சின்ன வயசுலேருந்து என் பையன் உமா மகேஷ்வர் பாட்டுக்கிட்டுருந்தா ரொம்ப ஆரம்பத்துலேருந்தே என்கிட்ட வந்திருக்கா. எங்கள் குடும்பத்தோட ஒரு புண்ணியாப்பிள்ளைட் ஆவாள். அவளுக்கு வந்து இப்போ கல்யாணம் அப்படிங்கிறது பற்றி எனக்கு ரொம்ப ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது. அதோட அவளுக்கு வந்த மாப்பிள்ளை வந்து சுஜித். அவள் வந்து என்னோட ஃபேன் சொன்னா அது எனக்கு ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது. அந்த ஃபேனாக இருக்கிறதுனால அவளுக்காக நான் வந்து ஒரு ஸ்லோகத்தை சொல்லி அதை ஆசீர்வாதம் பண்ணுறதா இருக்கேன். சாதாரண நான் கல்யாணத்துல வாசிக்க மாட்டேன். ஆனால் கல்யாணத்தில் முகூர்த்தம் போட்டு தான் ஸ்லோகம் சொல்லி தான் அந்த குழந்தைகளுக்கு ஆசீர்வாதம் பண்ணுவேன். அந்த ஸ்லோகம் வந்து பெரியவா ஸ்லோகம். இப்போ நான் சொல்கிறப்ப அந்த ஸ்லோகம் வந்து பெரியவாளுக்கும் அவளோட பட்டத்து பெயர் வந்து அவள் தகப்பனாருக்கு நமஸ்காரம் பண்ணி சொல்கிற மாதிரி சொல்லி அவருக்காக சுஜித்துக்காக ஒரு சில இது வாசிக்கப்பேன். வாசித்து இதை அவர்கிட்ட கொஞ்சம் சமர்ப்பிக்கிறேன். இவன் ரெண்டு பேரும் நன்னா வரணும், வாழ்க்கையில் சந்தோஷமாக இருக்கணும், நன்னா மேலும் மேலும் பேரும் புகழும் வரணும், அவள் அடுத்த கலை நன்னா வரணும், அவள் ஹஸ்பண்டுக்கு ஒர்க்கு ப்ரமோஷன் ஆகணும், எல்லாம் வாழ்க்கை சுமூகமாக இருக்கணும்னு நான் பிரார்த்தனை பண்ணிக்கிறேன். சரியா? இதுவா சுப்பிரமணியாய சுவாமிநாதாய சந்திரசேகரே திராய பாத நமஸ்தே நமஸ்தே நமஸ்தே. இதோட மீனிங் என்னன்னா, சுப்பிரமணியன் தான் பெரியவாளோட தகப்பனார் பெயர். சுவாமிநாதன் அப்படின்னா அவளுக்கு ஆரம்பத்தில் வச்ச பெயர். சுப்பிரமணியாய சுவாமிநாதாய சந்திரசேகரேந்திராய அப்படின்னா அவர் பட்டத்துக்கு வந்தது சந்திரசேகரன். மூணு பேரும் சேர்த்து அவரோட பாதத்துக்கு நமஸ்காரம் பண்ணுறேன். சுப்பிரமணியாய சுவாமிநாதாய சந்திரசேகரே திராய பாத நமஸ்தே நமஸ்தே நமஸ்தே. சுப்பிரமணியாய சுவாமிநாதாய சந்திரசேகரே திராய பாத நமஸ்தே நமஸ்தே நமஸ்தே. தட்டு தட்டு
వైభోగమే సుజీత్ కళ్యాణం వైభోగమే. So happy to see Upasana here. Upasana is a multi-talented artist by herself. I've been knowing her since a decade, I could say, and she just do singing, she dance, and she's a doctor by profession, and she's expertise in yoga and multi-talented. And really, I should say that her mom and dad is a very beautiful family, and I see her as I've been seeing her progress, and so I'm so happy to be here to wish her on her wedding. And a couple of things on the wedding which really makes which made me so happy, and also especially my dad, is this. Ganapati manasa smaravi mata Ganapati manasa smaravi. This is really fabulous idea, because when I just opened it was like a real surprise. I said wow, and my dad was so high. He said, oh beautiful, that's because innovative idea. So I'm really happy to give our family blessing and also our prayers for a beautiful happy wedding. Sarvajami Vediyava Sharanam Maya Pirapurpuri Maha Vediyava Adipotri. Couple of things which you guys doesn't know about Dr. Sujeeth. He is not only a Googler, he is a raga Googler. So he can identify ragas and also his extra talents. And what really makes me happy and also pride is that he just gets so stronger with his roots. So his ROOT is very strong, that his ROUTE is just leading him to somewhere. So I'm really so impressed about the fact when we were just talking, she said that he's so much related to the music, and that really makes me happy and pride. He's also a flautist, so that's by chance that he can really do. So when the creativity joins with the talent, it's something beyond. So that's why we give more importance for the creativity. So I'm really happy to see, and in some of the days I would definitely come to US. So maybe very soon Dr. Sujeeth and me would do a concert, maybe, I don't know. Wishing Upasana and Sujeeth a very happy married life. Very much.
List is Sir Mark Hasagawa. I just want to read a little bit about you, so everybody knows who you are, sort of. Professor Mark, I'm using my cheat sheet, sorry about that. Professor Mark Hasagawa Johnson is a world-renowned expert in speech processing and machine learning. He has won many awards, chaired several conferences, and luckily for Sujeeth, mentored and shaped numerous students like him. Mark was Sujeeth's PhD advisor at the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. But for Sujeeth, he is much more than that. He is a wonderful teacher, thinker, and human being. Sujeeth has learned more from Professor Hasagawa Johnson than anyone else in the last 8 years. To call him a role model would be an understatement. I now invite Professor Hasagawa, please, to say a few words about Sujeeth.
So I first met Sujeeth, actually, I was teaching a graduate course in digital signal processing. This is a course actually that I had students join my group and started taking this course and then dropped out of it because they didn't have adequate preparation to complete this course and took one of the preparatory courses instead. Sujeeth came to me after I had been teaching this course for about 2 weeks and asked if it was okay for him to join the course, and I said, well, yes, of course. Why would that not be okay? And he said, well, the problem is that I'm a second-year undergraduate. I'm a sophomore, and I said, well, have you taken the prerequisites? He said, yes, I've taken the prerequisite. And I said, well, then there's no problem. But the department disagreed with me, actually. The department said that a second-year undergraduate student take an advanced graduate course that is just not allowed. There's no mechanism on the books to allow him to take this course. And so what they did instead was they signed him up for a special study, created a special course that would allow him to enroll in this graduate course, even though he was an undergraduate, but enroll in it as if it were an undergraduate course. And so based on this experience, I just want to say, Upasana, you have to be careful, because if Sujeeth is the kind of student, if he's actually completed all of the available classes, he will create a class for himself. This sort of continues in a way. He defined an undergraduate thesis project, then went on to work with me in graduate school. He did a number of different, very innovative projects that led to interesting publications. One in particular, he came back to me after a summer internship in India. He came back to me and said, why don't we do some work on speech to text for a language in which we actually don't have any text? I said, what does that mean exactly? He said, well, we're supposed to be creating some statistical models, some hidden Markov models that can go through and collect similar sounding pieces of audio and make those similar sounding pieces of audio sort of like words. And I said, well, okay, this is an interesting idea. We published a paper on this. This was my first paper, but not my last paper in that subject. This has become actually, there have been 3 consecutive summer workshops in the Jelinek series that have basically been on this subject. There's now a DARPA research program on the subject of creating automatic speech recognition in languages for which there is no available training data. This has become actually quite a large, well, not quite a large. It's perhaps one of the most creative and innovative problem areas now, I think, in automatic speech recognition. So let me give you another warning. If Sujeeth discovers that all of the available problems have already been solved, Sujeeth is the kind of brilliant person who will create his own problems. Best wishes to you both.
Professor Levinson to speak a few words of wisdom. Professor Levinson is a Renaissance individual and a complete scientist. His knowledge spans areas as diverse as computer science, linguistics, and philosophy. And in the not too distant future, his robots may master these disciplines as well. Sujeeth considers himself extremely fortunate to have met Professor Levinson as an undergraduate student. Professor Levinson has been supportive of all his endeavors, including his first interaction with Sarasagawa Johnson. Professor Levinson's commitment to science and education is a source of inspiration for all of us. So please say a few words of wisdom for Sujeeth and Upasana.
So let me start off with 2 apologies, which is in very bad form. But in any event, the first is that the anecdote that I'm about to tell you is about Sujeeth only. And I'm sorry that I don't know the history of his better half, but you'll have to forgive me for that. The second thing is that in the course of telling this anecdote, I'm going to say a few technical words. For this, I apologize. In any event, if memory serves properly, Sujeeth came to me as a freshman, and having mastered all of the usual undergraduate mathematics curriculum, he ended up in my course, which is partially for graduate students and partially for undergrads. And it's a traditional course in advanced engineering mathematics, which for me meant boundary value problems. Now it turns out that in order for Sujeeth to complete his James Scholar contract, he had to engage in a special project. And the project that I assigned to him came from this course. It had to do with the Schrodinger equation, and it turns out that under certain circumstances, the Schrodinger equation can be cast as a boundary value problem, and you can derive some interesting results from it. Anyway, Sujeeth went ahead and worked on this, which I figured would be way beyond anything that he could master. Little did I know that not only did he master the mathematics, but he also came up with a very interesting result, which contradicted the results as published in a book from which I took the problem. And I believe that if I'm not mistaken, that Sujeeth actually wrote to the authors of the book and said, look, this doesn't exactly agree with what you published. And the result of it was, and this should not have been the case, but the result of it was that the authors withdrew the problem from succeeding editions of the book. And so it never appeared again. And I have it enshrined in one and only one edition of the book. And of course, Sujeeth's marvelous paper on that. So in any event, what I want to say is that Sujeeth has been an absolutely remarkable student, and I think that that will continue in the future, and I hope that it leads to wonderful things in their personal lives. Thank you.
First cousins want to say a few words. So I'll start off with the oldest one, Sneha.
Hello everyone. Honestly, I didn't prepare anything. I'll just say what comes to my mind. So Sujeeth Anaya is very humble, down-to-earth, kind-hearted person. And Upasana, I assure you, this is the best choice. And I'm very happy that I'm here today celebrating this event of love. And Upasana, welcome to our. Thank you.
Next in the line, Nisha. Sneha happens to be Sujeeth's mom's sister's daughter, and Nisha is Sujeeth's mom's brother's daughter.
Hey everyone, a lot of complicated relationships there. But basically, growing up I really didn't get to spend much time with Sujeeth Shruti because weirdly when we moved back to India they just moved over here after a year. So much for that. But in the 1 year that we did spend together, you know, me as you awkward American kid went to the small school in Mysore. Sujeeth was like 2 years older than me in the same row of classrooms. Having him there, like, it was kind of like a big brothery moment that was just kept me through that initial sort of awkward few months. So what more could anyone ask for in like a cousin / brother? And even growing up, although we weren't too close, we were close enough to say that every time we kind of spoke or checked in on each other, we'd still be able to pick up where we left off. So that's really all I can say about Sujeeth. He's great. And Boston.
कैसे करना कैसे పదే పదే అదే డేట్లో తీసుకొని అదంతా
Gracias.